everyone. Welcome to Stable Condition. Woo!
Hey-o!
What's going on?
Yeah,
this is our second take.
yeah, we had some pretty annoying technical difficulties earlier, but we're gonna get it right this time.
Yeah, all on my side because my computer is as old as this fandom itself. So, yeah.
Isn't that like an actual accurate statement?
Yeah, I had a laptop before this, and for Rye Rough Bronies, Brunson had just bought us a new mic and all that. It was a Samsung, and we were going to connect it, and my laptop completely died.
Okay.
So I made a deal with my grandparents, and they helped me get a new laptop, which is the one I'm currently using right now, but it has so many years worth of crap on it that it doesn't run nearly like it used to.
Right. So you did indeed get this in late 2010?
Yeah.
Oh, well then I guess it really is as old as the Phantom. Cool.
Well,
yeah.
Oh, first of all, Happy New Year.
Yes, very.
Happy New Year and belated Christmas and all that.
Yeah, that's we took a week off for Christmas and stuff like that. So
yeah, I think it was a nice little break.
Yeah, we got some good stuff out of it. If you guys don't mind, actually, I'd like to just say something real quick about that song. I know in the last episode I
Trixie's
said...
the father, isn't he?
Yes.
What?
You are not the father. Oh! No! Oh! He is actually running around my room right now like, yes! Anyways, in all seriousness, God bless that show. In all seriousness, I know in the last episode I said that I wanted to have that song Burning Bright posted on Christmas Day, and stuff happened, drama happened I'd rather not get into, and then Christmas became, I'm going to post it on New Year, more drama happened, so I was like, okay, then I'll have to push it back some. I haven't really had a whole lot of time to work on it until very recently, so for those that are looking forward to that, it's going to be, I hope to have it done within the week now, so I'm going to have to push it back just a few more days. But again, just please bear with me. I apologize for that. And right after that song, I'm going right back into pony stuff. I think, J-Thor, you'll appreciate this. Next pony song I'm working on is going to be a rarity song, so look forward to that too.
Oh, I guess that's nice.
Number one rarity fan in the fandom, everybody.
You're damn right I am.
Yeah.
Says the guy who's like, oh.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Well, I've listened to your music before, and
Ow. That hurt me.
Gee. Ouch.
Good.
Alrighty then.
But for this episode, we're going to be talking about apple bucking season.
Yay.
And we're going to be talking about our 2015 Year of Pony and all of that good stuff. Basically, our favorite episodes of Season 5.
Favorite animation.
General good things.
Also, we actually are going to just dive into the episodes themselves.
No, just say which ones are our favorite, which anyone who knows us knows our favorite episode of Season 5, possibly our favorite episode of all time of Ponies.
There is no possibly.
Yeah.
Just going to come straight out and say that. But we'll get into that later.
Well, we got to, at least.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
So Trixie's completely in the wrong with his choice, so...
No, I'm just
he's off. He's completely off of the podcast.
See you later, guys.
Good night, everybody.
Auditions for Trixie will be held on next Thursday at 5:30 p.m.
It's true.
All right.
But let's go ahead and get into apple bucking season. And,
I think it's just called Apple Buck season, but whatever.
Sure, why not?
I don't mean to be that guy, but if I'm not that guy, we'll get someone in the comments who is that guy.
Oh, you mean Nevalin?
Yes.
Oh.
Screw that guy.
we love you.
But, so you're going to be that guy.
I just was.
Oh.
Douche. Hey!
But, anyone who's listened to the past couple episodes already knows that I'm not a big fan of Ashley Ball's original take on Applejack.
It's not. It's
It
not.
was painful for me to watch just because I'm so used to New Applejack.
I know, and that's the funny thing is like before we started like this whole let's go rewatch the episodes and stuff. It's been a while since I've seen most of the season 1 episodes, so this is kind of like a trip down memory lane for me. And compared to how it is now, it's just so different. It really is. Like colors are, I guess, what's the word?
A little muted compared to
less saturated, I think.
Yeah.
There's a lot more animation hiccups.
Yeah, we know. I mean, again, these aren't like our way of saying, it's not as good. I mean, these episodes are still very enjoyable. It's just,
So you could tell this is when they were getting into the groove of things.
Yeah, this was the time when...
They were still trying to figure out what they wanted to do.
Yeah. And, well, I think here we are 5 years later. I think they've got a firm grip on it. But that's beside the point. This episode was really... I really liked this one. It was really cute. The moral, that's my favorite part of it. That moral is wonderful. And I do like Ashley Ball's, her high-pitched Applejack voice for this. I mean, yeah, I agree with J. Thor that the new lower one is a lot more realistic and a lot better, but this one has a nice charm to it.
Well, not only that, does it sound as much like Rainbow Dash.
Yeah, that's a good point, actually.
Which is kind of a mood killer when you realize that that she voices both of those ponies.
I can't even remember whenever I found out that Rainbow Dash was also Applejack. It was kind of one of those really cool sort of things.
It must have blown your tiny little mind.
I don't think back then I don't, like I said, I don't remember when I found out, so I couldn't really tell you.
Yeah, but I did really enjoy the character interactions in this one.
It was trying to think of what like my favorite scene was. There were a lot of really good. It
was probably mine would be the with Rainbow Dash because she got put into pain.
No, I've got it. Well, probably because there were so many of them. I love the Applejack Twilight interactions. Those were always funny.
You be Squawk?
I don't think so. No, those. And that's the thing is like during this, Applejack made a lot of really, really cute faces with that. It was just really funny. And I think we were talking about this earlier in our first take of this episode. With the scene with the trophy when she comes up and just goes like, ooh, 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 with Pinkie Pie. And just kind of like staring into her own...
That's adorable.
It is. But,
yeah, it's someone who usually gets sleep deprived and can stay up for long periods of time. That does happen.
So that you would say...
You're just a completely different person and shiny things entice you.
So you would say that's actually pretty accurate?
Yeah, at least in my perspective.
That makes sense.
I'll buy it. But I mean, yeah,
That'll be $100.
Darn it, here you go.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's see. The other thing to talk about, funny, humor-wise, I think another really good scene was Twilight trying to make her announcements to everyone.
Oh, that was great.
With Rainbow Dash and Pinkie Pie just barging right in, like, "Hey, we're interrupting. Pay attention to us." But Fluttershy was by far my favorite because she crawls up onto the podium like, "I know I'm going to interrupt you. I know this, so let me interrupt you."
And at that point, Twilight's like, "What?"
Yeah, by that point she's like, no, it was the mayor. It was Mayor.
And then Mayor comes in and is smiling, and she's like,
fine,
screw it.
I'm out. I'm going back.
Screw you guys. Come.
I'm going back to Caroline.
Mayor just she didn't have to say anything. She was
it was like,
yeah,
she's like, I still have political power here right now.
She's smirking
until season 4.
It's like, I'm the final nail in the coffin. That's good.
Something that's really interesting too is how we're introduced to Big Mac, and he has a lot of lines in this episode.
And with someone going through this show for the first time, you think to yourself like, okay, this is just another one of those characters who's going to be talking a lot. Okay, fine, whatever. And I'm pretty sure, combined with every episode in this show, by this point, I'm pretty sure Big Mac has maybe 5 pages worth of speaking lines. Would you say that's a fair, at most 5?
Yep.
See?
I say a little more than that because he does get quite a bit more talking time in season 2 and in season 5.
And I love that. I love it whenever he speaks because Peter New always does such a great job with that kind of stuff. But
well, I have to say the second time he really talks is hilarious. Oh crap, what's the name of the episode?
Confidential?
Hearts and Hooves Day?
No, it's not Hearts and Hose Day. Ponyville Confidential. How him and AJ's roles are completely reversed, and then season 5 is just really touching.
Yeah, Brotherhood Social. I'm looking forward to that one. Saw it for the first time in a while last night. It was a good one. But yeah, back to Applebuck. Since we're on the subject of Big Mac, I want to know how he got hurt. Like it implies, he's hurt. He's got a giant bandage around his stomach and everything, but it never really.
Well, as I said in our first hilarious take.
Oh, you guys should have been there.
Oh yeah, you guys should have been there. We were there since day one.
Oh.
But I still like to think that it was he just got hurt and Granny Smith just wanted to take him out back and
put him down. Put two between the eyes.
And then she just tell Apple Bloom that he's gone off to another farm to play with the other ponies.
Oh God.
Oh, okay.
So you know what? I said this in our first take, and I'm going to say it again. We are 4 episodes into a podcast that is about a show that is about horses. So I'm actually really, really surprised. It took us 4 episodes to make our first putting them down joke.
Yeah, we're really slipping in our old age.
It's probably going to be like 50 others.
Oh, you have no idea.
I'm back.
Uh-oh. Phone call.
Trixie?
Is it important?
Hello?
Well, Trixie has left the building, everybody.
Dang it, Trixie. Just when we finally get a perfect take.
Now, hold on one second.
No, this isn't being edited out. You're going to deal with this like I am.
If
I'm going to suffer, you're going to suffer. So, Clayton, how about them Cowboys?
Oh, God, that's not funny.
It's hilarious.
Speaking of being put to a merciful end.
Well, you call putting a boot to someone's neck, then putting a shotgun right to their head and pulling the trigger a merciful end, then yes.
Oh, God, 4-10 and losing to the Redskins. That's good, though, because we're going to get higher draft picks. Anyways, we're here for ponies, not my sad Cowboys.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or your Saints.
Well, at least they ended on a fairly high note. Trixie's back. Everything okay?
Yeah, we're good.
All right, cool. Anyways, so...
Better be after you interrupted a whole minute.
How?
God, Trixie.
How?
Oh, man.
Clayton, you're off the podcast.
Yay!
How dare you?
But yeah, there's going to be many other putting down jokes in this season, and many others.
I'm just happy we got this one out of the way. But no, it like jokes aside, it does leave a lot of mystery as to what exactly happened to him. And it's like, okay, I would have liked a little, even if it was just a brief explanation. I like to think he was trying to lift something and tore a tendon.
Ow.
Yeah, that is ow. That's very ow.
I like to think he just got into another freak accent turkey gobbling contest.
I can't wait to get to that episode, too.
I know, that episode was crap. But anyways.
Fun episode. Also written by Amy Keaton-Rogers.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Yeah, what do you think Hasbro did with her whenever she went to Disney?
The dark side.
Oh, God.
No.
Guys, we can't.
No, they took her out back.
We can't.
They had Tabitha put a cap in her.
We can't talk about Disney. We're going to get sued.
Oh, God. What have I done?
Well, it's nice knowing you guys. I'm safe. I'm not in the same room as you two.
Disney Network executive is listening in. As soon as he hears that, he turns around to his giant portrait of Walt Disney on the wall and runs a hand down. I'll make them pay, master.
No, it's I will make them pay, master.
Do it.
Someone get me my lightsaber.
He's gonna. Oh God.
My light sherbet.
Oh Jesus. All right.
Looks like we gotta buy My Little Pony too.
That's not funny. That's not funny at all. Jesus.
What are you talking about? It's hilarious.
That's not funny.
It's pretty funny.
No, it's not.
But as someone who can be pretty stubborn, this episode did speak to me. And
yeah.
I know we can all be a little stubborn.
Yeah, and that's, like, for me, that's one of those things where I
was hinting at Clayton.
I know, thank you.
I just need to let the audience know they can't see me winking, and you can't see me winking either.
No, but I can sense it.
Sure you can.
Mm-hmm.
Wink.
The Force does connect us all, Clayton.
It's true.
I haven't seen that.
No, I haven't.
My midi-chlorian count is quite high.
Oh, no.
Goody.
Okay, but yeah, it's...
And Jar Jar Binks made sure to write all my lines for this episode.
Jesus Christ.
Can't wait for that.
No, I can. I can wait a century or two. But, yeah, the moral of this is really, really good about how it's... So for a lot of people, it's a lot more difficult to accept help than to give it. Because people... Like, I'm not trying to, toot my own horn or anything, but since, 8th grade, I've been treated like the Dr. Phil for a lot of people. People come...
I'm going deaf from the tooting of that horn.
Mm-hmm, I know. But it's just... A lot of people came to me as like, I don't know what to do in this situation. What do I do? And I'd give them advice, blah, 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 blah. But, I don't know. It just...
What?
It really stuck with me with that, how... It's easy to give advice and everything, but whenever you yourself need it, stubborn pride can get in the way, and it just really, really, it's very impactful to me because I've been in that situation to this day. It's like, some people come to me on Skype or whatever, like, hey man, I need help with this or whatever, and I happily give help. But when it comes to me needing a problem, I have a problem. I have a lot of difficulty telling someone else about it. And it's like, no, I got to do this one on my own. So this is probably my first really, really big connection to Applejack, and I loved it.
Well, that's also kind of how our culture brings us up to be, is that you're the hero of your own story. You have to do your own thing.
And it is a pride thing. So that's why it's so difficult to work with, because some people don't want to swallow that pride.
Yeah. Like Clayton.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Anytime, buddy.
But, yeah, this episode was good, except minus the whole Ashley Ball thing, but I won't even get into that. I've already said my piece.
I do like the Lion King reference with the bunnies. How they were stampeding through the Ponyville.
Who was it that was, quote-unquote, dead in the middle of the street? Was that Lily?
I think it was.
It was Lily. Mufasa, no!
Yeah, it's just... These ponies have the magic to basically move mountains, but yet a stampede of bunnies.
These are scary.
Kryptonite.
Stampede!
We used to own several bunnies back at my old house. Not the last one I was in, but the one before that. We had a couple bunnies, and those things are forces to be reckoned with. They will chew up everything. Everything.
I never had a bunny.
We had 3. I don't want another one again.
I had one, then I ate it.
Travis a chuff, man.
Tough? What are you talking about? He ain't that out of luxury.
Hey, rabbit's good.
Rabbit.
Especially in a stew.
Rabbit stew is actually pretty good.
You just have a baby one that you raise yourself. Oh, you're going to taste delicious.
Oh, God.
Trixie, how'd you know?
I know you too well, man.
I've become predictable.
I'm going to name this one Broth.
That's awful.
Yes, it is.
That's awesome.
Yeah. No, it's not.
It's pretty awesome.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, it is pretty awesome.
All right, so let's see. Is there anything else to really say about this episode?
Not really, and I just want to say this to our listeners. Season 1 is kind of bare bones. That's why we aren't really going to huge discussions about each episode.
As we get deep,
episode 1 was kind of an exception because it was a two-parter, and we had more to work with.
Right.
But as it gets to season 2 and beyond, that's whenever the true... Well, I'm not saying that season 1's bad at all.
No.
Just it had to be very formulaic to get everyone into it.
Yeah.
And it was setting up a world and all that. With season 2 and beyond, there's going to be a lot more to talk about.
Exactly. So don't be discouraged if we keep things pretty brief here. And that's the bad thing about it too, is I'm pretty sure when this episode is over and stuff, a week from now, I'm going to realize, oh man, I should have said this about Applebuck. I really like this or whatever. It's just part of it. Just because we're discussing it now doesn't mean we're going to get all of our thoughts about it out there. Right. As much as we like to.
Yeah, just know that when season 2 hits, especially whenever Discord comes around, there's going to be a lot more stuff to talk about.
Oh, most definitely.
Just because you know that they've now gotten the green light to do more stuff and show more. So for right now, it's unfortunately going to be kind of brief with all these episodes.
I know we say this a lot, but
except for Cutie Mark Chronicles, that one I think we're all going to have a lot to talk about.
I agree. Yeah, that one's a great one. But yeah, for the time being, I know we've said it before, but just bear with us.
Don't worry, the dragons are coming.
Don't worry, they're coming. What kind of pieces do you want?
But I think we... Trixie, do you have anything else to say?
No, not necessarily.
I think...
covered everything.
You're fired, Clayton.
Thank you. I think looking back on it, this would probably be one of my favorite episodes for Season 1. I really like this one.
It is a good episode.
Yes, it is.
It's a good episode, but it's nowhere near my list of favorites.
No. Just in regards to just Season 1, it's pretty high on my list.
Yeah, my one major complaint is not enough rarity. You'll be hearing that a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Hell, I'm the one that coined that phrase.
It's his trademark. Wink.
Wasn't Rarity the only one Applejack didn't interact with?
Was Rarity even in this episode?
I think Rarity. Yeah, Rarity was.
She comes when they come up and do that. Yeah, whenever they all start helping.
Yeah, but this is also before the whole them really giving out the fuel for the fire of AJ shipping with Applejack thing.
Yeah.
Hey, it's a lot better than AJ and Rainbow Dash.
Yeah, and I'm a diehard Soren Dash shipper, so all y'all go hail.
It's not going to happen.
No, whatever.
Matt Hill will never approve of it.
Matt Hill is so innocent he doesn't even know what shipping is. I think that's absolutely adorable. Can we tell that story real quick?
If you want to.
Okay, so when we went to 2013's Brony Fanfare, when we were still doing work with Amanda, we were helping out Matt Hill and Sam Vincent. For those who don't know, Matt plays Soren and Sam Vincent is Flim. And so they were both guests at Brony Fanfare, and so we were helping with their booths and everything. And I was playing music next to them, just give someone background music while they were going and buying those absolutely ingenious butter toast plushies that Matt was selling, because he's also Big Ed from Ed, Ed, and Eddie. But whenever they got to their Q&A panel,
and don't forget Sam Vincent is also Double D.
Yes. But whenever they got to their Q&A panel a little later on, they were just taking random questions from the audience, and somebody had asked specifically Matt about what is he. I don't remember who specifically they said, but it's like, who do you feel like Soren would be best shipped with or stuff like that. Matt, bless his heart, completely froze up, had no idea what shipping was, and after like 5 seconds of just dead silence, he had like the greatest save I've ever heard. He goes, I don't know. I guess it would require some pretty heavy packaging from FedEx. He's not even trying to be a smartass with it or anything. He genuinely has never heard the term shipping before. And I'm just in my seat just going, oh my God, this is adorable.
He's the most innocent Canadian you'll ever meet in your life.
And he is the most innocent Canadian, and Sam is probably one of the most stereotypical Canadians. It's perfect. Because that Thursday night when we were loading the plushies into their hotel rooms and everything, Amanda tells us, all right, well, I'll be right back. I'm going to go get Sam Vincent and Matt Hill. I'm like, okay. So, we're setting up the plushies. About 10 minutes later, the door opens and in walks Matt Hill. And I had met him prior at Brony Fest, so I was like, I shook his hand like, hey, great to see you again. How have you been? Oh, I've been good, blah, blah, blah. And then shortly behind him is Sam Vincent. Amanda says, all right, Clayton, I would like you to meet Sam Vincent. So in walks this dude in flip-flops, khaki shorts, and a big red shirt with the Canadian maple leaf on it. And he goes, hey, what's up? Oh, my God. Mr. Vincent, it is a pleasure to meet you. Oh, it was fantastic. Like, oh, this is going to be fun.
Those guys are dorks.
They're lovable dorks. But anyways, let's go ahead and move into our 2015 year pony.
Sure. I'm fine with this. This was a great, great year.
Yeah.
It was a great year in general.
It was.
Yeah.
For video games, for ponies, for TV, all kinds of stuff.
I know, and that makes me very, very happy.
Yeah, it does.
Is there anything specifically you want to get into first?
If you want to, you can talk about briefly your time at Babs. You get to see the first 2 episodes with the whole crowd.
That was, you were still dead asleep.
Yeah, and at that point, because I think I mentioned this on the first podcast, at that time I was kind of very on ponies. I was mostly there for What Came Down stuff, the production company we all are a part of.
Right.
And they're trying to recruit people to see if they'd like to join us and that kind of stuff. And I wanted to go because I've never been to an out of Texas convention before, and let alone another pony convention other than Nightmare Nights and Brony Fest.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, yeah, I might as well go see what it's like and see if I can learn anything to help out with my convention work for Nightmare Nights. And me and our buddy Chuck, we had basically stayed up that night discussing business stuff and drinking and all kinds of outrageous things.
The drinking and the business stuff.
Yeah, and eventually I fell asleep. I meant to go to the premiere, but I woke up well after it.
Yeah, I actually, despite always staying up very late, I got up bright and early for that. I managed maybe 3 hours of sleep prior to that. And Trixie had already beaten me in line. Like, he was way, way up ahead of it. So I had to go outside. I had to go outside and wait about 2.5 hours in the cold outside of the hotel with the...
Because Clayton forgot to bring a jacket to San Francisco.
You gotta understand, I've never been to San Francisco prior to that. I was not aware that the Bay Area could get so cold. But you know what? It doesn't matter. It was totally worth it. Because, I got to chat it up with some people in line. They were just as hyped as I was.
I had a chair when I was watching it.
Yeah.
It was great.
I had to stay. I was standing in the back. I mean, like, I could see everything just fine, but it was an absolute full house. Like, there was not an empty seat. So there were, like, hundreds of us just lining up along the walls, just standing and, like, some, bless their hearts, having to look over other people's shoulders to try and get a glimpse of it. But I nestled into a pretty nice corner, but I got to see everything. And there's something incredibly special about a room of so many people. We're talking like several hundred to 1,000. I really don't know how many that room could have really fit. But it was
probably close to 500 people could fit in that room.
Okay. 500. We'll just say 500. It was a pretty big ballroom, but 500 people just absolutely packing it. Like, there's little to no space for anything. And then people, a bunch of the industry guests and community guests like Dusty Cat, Black Griffin. I think Andrea Libman and I want to say Kathy Westlock came up on stage. Just to help to get everyone hyped and everything. Clapping, cheering. Hell, the whole place started singing "Smile" again. And it's not that hard to get the giant group of bronies to sing that. But they're all just, and there's just something about, regardless of if you're just sitting in the back, not participating, or if you're like me, clapping along, singing like an idiot and everything. There's just something really special about seeing that, like, everyone just gets so excited and just coming together for that kind of stuff. It really, I mean, I'd been there. I'd been in this fandom for so long before that, but just seeing that again, it just really, really spoke to me, and it made the episode itself all the sweeter. It's my favorite premiere. I love the cutie map, but that was just the icing on the cake.
Well, Trixie, how about you?
It was good.
I thought it was crap, but okay.
Yeah, Mr. I was asleep the whole time.
Still saw the episode later on that day.
Uh-huh. But that's not funny. But yeah, I mean, just BabsCon as a whole was really, really cool because, as Jay Thor said, it was our first out-of-state convention, and there was just something really cool about that. It's like, wow, it's one thing to just say, okay, we're going to
Play the Jeffersons, moving on up
to the west side this time.
Boo.
Well, hey, it worked with what I had. Boo. But it's
Wendy.
It's a lot different than just, okay, well, here's Nightmare Nights. Let's go drive down the street for it. Or, hey, here's A-Fest. Let's drive up to downtown Dallas. No, this was like, hey, let's fly to San Francisco.
Yeah.
So
we won't even get into that until later.
God, just...
never fly Spirit Airlines. Ever.
If it's a Spirit, don't go near it. Good God.
Exactly.
Anyways.
But it was... gosh, when was it exactly? Clayton, do you remember when I exactly got back into the fandom full swing?
I believe you said it was...
sometime July, I think.
No, if we're actually going to try and get technical with this, I think you came to me and said, you know what, I think I'm getting back into ponies after you saw the 5th anthology, which was in early August.
Okay, yeah.
It was, you said...
Because I do know it was between the hiatus.
You said it was the 5th anthology and something else. I can't remember what that something else is.
Neither can I.
Oh, it might have...
Oh, wait, no. It was that one SFM one of Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
Yeah, that's right.
The song Period, which is my favorite opening from Full Metal Alchemist.
Okay, yeah. Now I remember that. Because we were up at the Londoner talking about all that.
I thought it was for the fact that Rarity is getting 3 episodes in a row.
No, that didn't.
That helped, too. I mostly talked about that whenever we were at A-Fest that year.
That's the funny thing about that. I think at that time, like when he saw the anthology and everything, I don't think he knew that there were going to be 3 episodes in a row. So it's kind of like, oh, you're getting back in.
At that time, I don't think it was really announced yet.
So that being said, it's like, oh, you're getting back into the fandom? Well, here's a little reward for you, 3 Rarity episodes in a row.
Yeah, I've been waiting since season 1 for that.
I've dreamed of this day for so long.
Because, season 3 had 0 Rarity episodes.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, another reason why I hate season 3.
Blah, blah, blah. I still love it. Anyways,
But yeah, I have to say for all of us, definitely, Pony's Anthology 5 was very good.
It's my favorite out of the 5. If you haven't seen it already, go check it out.
Well, the first one holds a very special place in my heart because the first Brony meetup I ever did at A-Kon 2011, we had that great Brony migration thing until the staff at A-Kon was like, well, we got a free panel room up here that no one's using, so why don't you guys just use that? And that's where we played board game that we all created. And then it was left to just 6 of us up there, and we watched the first Pony's Anthology video up there.
Did you ever come up with a name for that board game, by the way?
No, we didn't.
Oh, yeah, that's right. He's mentioned it several times to me before, but I never got a name with it.
Well, the best part of that whole thing was Brunson playing, because at the time, he was a Brony in training. He'd only seen like maybe 2 episodes.
Yeah.
And the question that made us all laugh and almost stop playing the game because we were laughing so hard was Dallas had come up with the question of what are the 5 things that Brayburn introduces the main 6 to when they get to Appaloosa.
Uh-huh.
And Brunson's team happened to land on that one, and it was Brunson's turn to answer.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
So Brunson wrote down a little note card, gave it to me since I was one of the judges, and I read it, and I had a deadpan look on my face. I was like, Brunson, you have to read this. And he was like, okay, so the 5 things that Brayburn shows every pony to is so awesome, so awesome, so awesome, so awesome. So you saw that one episode where Raymond goes, so awesome.
That's adorable.
And, oh my God, it was adorable.
That is precious. Oh my God, I need to bring this up to Brunson the next time I see him. That's fantastic. I have not heard this part of that story.
But, though the thing that almost got me out of the fandom, and a lot of people are going to hate me for saying this, and I do enjoy the episode now going back to it, but was episode 100, Slice of Life.
Oh, yeah, you were super salty about that in the beginning.
Probably because someone kept me up all night and didn't give me donuts like promised.
Donuts on his birthday.
Yeah, episode 100 premiered on my birthday, June 13th.
What do you have to say for yourself, please?
The more you complain about it, the less I feel motivated to get you donuts.
You were never motivated to get me donuts.
No, we got distracted. I even told you, like, bro, we should probably go get donuts, and then we got sidetracked again with talking all night. You chose to stay up.
Because you're like, hey, let's go get donuts, and you're like, oh no, let's go get IHOP instead.
Yeah, I thought it made up. We went to IHOP.
I didn't go to IHOP.
You were dead asleep. You chose to go to sleep.
You didn't tell me, though.
You were asleep. I was being courteous. And
yeah. Oh, yeah. Now he's asleep. Let's go to IHOP now.
How do you know you were asleep?
JWhoof told me.
That's not.
Yeah. But anyways, it was cool having an episode premiere on my birthday. Like, it's never happened in any time I've watched any show. So that was really cool, just not getting any sleep, having for Clayton to have to take me back to my house, which was over 20 miles away.
Oh, yeah.
When we're both dead tired, and then having to stay up even later because family wants to do birthday things.
Mm-hmm. Kind
of soured it for me, but after going back and watching, I absolutely adored it.
It is a...
But I have to say, we were all so happy once the mid-season hiatus ended. Oh,
since we're on the subject of Slice of Life, I know, JWhoof, I know you don't really care for Watch Mojo all that much, but they actually, that episode, Slice of Life, got honorable mention in top 10 best movie moments, best TV moments of 2015. So I was like, yay! I mean, it was a big deal for us. It really was. Wow.
Hey, it's nothing compared to what I'm about to talk about next.
Needs more rarity.
Oh, I'm scared.
I was going to talk about friendship games.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, friendship games, I thoroughly enjoyed it. I didn't enjoy it nearly as much as Rainbow Rocks, but it was still very good.
I think Rainbow Rocks is going to have a chokehold on the Equestria Girl movies for quite a while, because that one was just great.
Adagio was just awesome.
The whole movie was just awesome. Friendship Games was really good. I mean, yeah, there were some...
Especially Unleash the Magic.
Oh, yeah. That song. I want to cover that so bad. It's such a great song.
But it was nice to get to see Sunset truly being... What?
Nothing.
You said Sunset.
Sunset. Yeah, Sunset.
No, I messed up.
I own up to my mistakes. I embrace them. But it was cool seeing her in the actual main character role, and then seeing the human version of Twilight.
Yeah, see, the funny thing about that was I didn't know any spoilers about the season 5 finale to that point, and JWhoof saw Friendship Games before I did. So he called me up and said, "Listen, man, watch Friendship Games, but as soon as you see that ending title card, don't watch the scene past it. It's got mad season 5 spoilers." I was like, "Oh, yeah, oh, okay, I believe you, man." Which, I mean, it did, but...
Which is a real shame, because at least this is my personal theory, is that they did delay the second half of season 5, so Call of the Cutie Mark could be released on...
Call of the Cutie Mark?
Call of the Cutie Mark, or whatever it's called. I can't remember.
Crusaders of the Lost Mark.
Sure, that one. I haven't got a lot of sleep today. Shut up. Ooh, shiny. Ooh. It's very clear that it was originally supposed to end around the time of Friendship Games. Mm-hmm. And for everyone seeing that on the day it premiered on the Hub, which was a shame we didn't get a theatrical release.
Yeah.
But everyone that saw it was like, well, that sucks. And it honestly does suck for those who are trying to avoid spoilers, because personally, I couldn't care less. I'm going to watch it no matter what and still enjoy it. Right. But, yeah, Friendship Games was a lot of fun to watch. And then we have to talk about Crusaders of the Lost Mark.
We sure do.
Which, at least for me and Clayton, that is our favorite episode of all time of My Little Pony.
It's one of my favorite episodes of just anything in general. Like, I'm dropping all jokes and everything and just taking a moment to be serious. I'm going to say...
Let's put it this way, me and Clayton would text each other and call each other crying from watching that episode.
I'm not kidding. Like, the first time I saw it, like, when it first aired, like, that Saturday morning, I was more, like, shocked and dumbfounded than anything about it. I was like, oh, my God, I can't believe this is happening. This is so cool. And I mean, I walked away from that thinking like, wow, that's an amazing episode. And it didn't hit me until later on that night. Whenever, like I said, I'll come straight out and say that's the hardest and the longest I've cried in half a decade.
Wow.
Yeah, that episode has an emotional impact on me that
it has done things to you.
It still does things to me. Like I cannot listen to the last song without tearing up.
Well, you tried to prevent our lovely Trixie over here from seeing it.
Okay, I know this. I knew this was going to come up, and let me defend myself here. It's because I love that episode so much. I was like, listen, man, I have to watch this with you. I have to see your reaction as to what happens because he had no idea. Then again,
oh, trust me, I was the exact same way. But as we were getting closer, I was like, no, he really needs to see this on the day that it premiered because it was the 5th year anniversary. It's a huge moment.
I know, and that being said, I'm glad we made the decision for you to watch it. I think you had
with 30 minutes to spare.
Yeah, it was 11:30. Well, you were down in San Antonio, weren't you?
Yep.
Yeah, he had
11:30, and I was like, all right, I'm going out. Bye. I just had to hang up.
And then me and Clayton on the Skype call were making bets as to where he would cry.
Yeah.
No, you made bets whether I would come back crying, or come back excited.
Yeah.
And I came back excited, which I think was what you bet on, J. Thor.
Yeah,
I bet on crying because it's like if he's anything like me, he's going to bawl like a little baby.
Guess what?
But yeah, the episode was so powerful that several days afterwards, me and Clayton would just constantly text each other and just talk about how amazing that episode was. And
yeah, that's
why I really can't wait to get to that point where we review season 5.
It's going to be a ways off, but yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and tell you guys right now, I think that episode is the show's masterpiece. It really is.
Yeah.
It's so good. Anyways, so yeah, we got BabsCon, the anthology, which was hilarious. Crusaders of the Lost Mark.
My favorite episode of the season, though, was Amending Fences.
Oh, yeah. That was, for the longest time, as we were getting deeper and deeper into season 5, that held my first place that's my favorite episode for quite a while.
Mm-hmm.
It's a fantastic episode.
What, Fences?
Yeah.
That's my favorite of the 5.
You know what? Looking back on it, I think out of all the season, for this season, I think the most enjoyable episode for just regardless of where we were watching it or whatever, just the episode content itself. I think the most fun, just the most just downright fun I had watching was Rarity Investigates. I loved that episode.
No, is it really?
I'm an absolute. Yeah. I'm a sucker for film noir, and they did it so well. So yeah, these are all just episodes I can't wait to get to when we start reviewing.
The main attraction.
Well, that speaks for itself. Thank you. That's Amy Keaton Rogers. Farewell to us. And
yeah, that was the worst part. I found that song whenever it was released from San Diego Comic-Con. I was like, holy shit, Clay needs to listen to this, but he would not listen.
Yeah, I was a good boy. He called me and was like, you gotta listen. But
because that is my favorite song of My Little Pony.
It is my second favorite. It is the magic inside is just incredible. But number 1 is We'll Make Our Mark, because like I said, it reduces me to a sobbing, crying little baby. But
though I think we should not talk about the season 5 finale because that
just in case, right?
Well, I know I'll get on to not a bad rant, but I'll get on to a good rant about those 2 episodes.
Oh yeah, and
then it'll be like, oh, whenever we get to this episode, years later, it'll be like, well, crap.
Well,
now we have nothing to talk about.
It's not gonna be years, is it?
It's about 113 episodes, I believe, and we've only covered 4.
Hey, don't forget the 2-parters.
There's 52 weeks out of a year. We just spent 1 week off. It's gonna be a while.
I know.
At least it's not like One Piece where we'll have to wait a good 20 years for the ending.
Let me get... Ooh, ouch. Let me put it to you.
Dude, One Piece just now got to the point mark.
Let me put it to you this way. Do you think we'll be able to finish off Season 5 before the movie starts? The movie in 2017?
If we really want to, we can.
I'm not saying, we have to or anything. I'm just wondering, could we get to that point?
Oh, God, just imagine what that movie is going to be like.
I am so hyped. I seriously am. So, let's see. Oh.
But, overall, Season 5, absolutely wonderful season.
It's my favorite.
It is my second favorite, but it's not really saying much. My first one is Season 2, just because mostly the memories, and that's when the Brony community was at its strongest, and my other two co-hosts were into it with me at the same time.
If I may, I'd say, I wouldn't exactly say strongest. I'd just say it was still in the public spotlight. Because I think it's still very, very strong. But
it's still very strong, but I'd still say that would be its strongest because it just came off. Well, it just had John Delancey first appear, so that brought in a bunch of new people. That's when we got the most influx.
Okay, yeah, I can...
we've been slowly dipping off a little each year, but when the new season comes out, it goes up slightly.
I think whenever... Yeah, okay. So, I'm trying to think, it's and, that's the thing is, people in the comments, by all means, let us know if we forgot something, something else that came out, something else that was really big that came out.
Milo Doomsday.
Milo Doomsday was, that
was the Pimations one you guys.
Oh my God, you went back and looked up what it was, the title?
Dude, I watched it again. I love that animation.
That is a really good one.
You're charged with crimes against the question. How do you plead? Not guilty by reason of insanity. Guilty.
I knew it.
If you're able to say not guilty by reasons of insanity, you're not insane enough.
Comply now or will be forced to use police brutality.
Oh, it's such a good one. There's a lot of really good pony animations this year.
I know.
This book is in Spanish.
And there's also one I'm really looking forward to. If you went to Equestria Daily within this last week, you'd see the animatic of it.
Which one?
It's where Luna becomes Nightmare Moon, and their design for Nightmare Moon I absolutely adore.
I actually have not, I saw it on their feed, and, I looked at it, but I haven't, seen the animatic, so I'm going to have to go check that out.
Well, whenever, if you could find the original GIF image of their headline picture, because it is of that redesigned Nightmare Moon, I guess they're mostly doing it so they won't get hit with copyright since they're changing up the design. It is absolutely amazing because she does this one laugh and then the sly grin. And it's perfect animation.
Ooh, I'm gonna have to see that. Hang on, I will be right back. You guys keep talking.
Okay.
What the hell's he?
But also one really cool thing about this year, at least in friendship games, was Evil Twilight versus God Sunset Shimmer.
Midnight Sparkle, as they call her.
Yeah.
And what was Sunset's version called?
I have no clue, but what the hell was that?
What, the background noise?
Yes.
That was Clayton.
Oh, okay.
He just
worried there for a moment.
He just said, "I've seen cosplay."
Oh.
Good for
but,
you,
absolutely, the design of both of them was wonderful. It was cool to see Sunset. I don't know why I keep saying Sunset.
You need more sleep.
Yes, I do. Sunset Shimmer just come around in full circle.
Yeah. No, it was, and that fight itself was pretty epic.
Yeah. It's Dragon Ball Z all over again. Or let me put that in pony terms. Twilight versus T-Rex.
All over again. You know what? I wouldn't. That's perfect for me.
But yeah, definitely a very, very good year, and I hope 2016 can beat it.
Yeah. Here's to whatever comes next. But
yeah, so I guess we should just end this without Clayton.
Get that guy.
I mean, he's already taken a minute. He's pretty much dead to us.
I know, right? Jeez.
Can't believe we have to vamp for him. God.
Once again, we have to end the episode without Clayton.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Literally just walk through the door again. Sweet.
Good night, everybody.
Wait! No, wait! I've got 50 songs to plug!
I'm gonna get you.
Oh no, did you talk about that one?
No.
Okay.
That's another good animation.
Yeah. What? I keep forgetting what it's called.
I think it's just called Fighting by Amatoon Link.
No, it's. Hang on, I'm gonna look it up real quick. It's
time for another round of fighting.
No, I know it's called something else. Hold on. Amatoon Link. It is called.
Come on, Clayton.
It is called Grand World Horse Fighting Tournament.
I have not seen that.
That's a great one.
It's super cute and super funny. I'm gonna get you.
Oh, and also be making sure to check out Jay Haller's YouTube channel. I think within the next week or two for the. Is it going to be the top 25 pony videos of the year?
They usually take a little longer than that.
Well, because they got.
It's
either going to be that or December.
It's got to be December.
Yeah, that's what I feel. Yeah, because they said that's what top 10 pony songs is doing too. Like they're focusing on the month of December first. They're doing all that voting, and then after that, they're going to do like top 25 songs of the year.
Yeah, it's a shame you'll never know that.
Oh yeah, and Canadian Horse Pirates was a very good one from Amatoon Link as well.
Yeah.
The song is very catchy.
Yeah, it's funny in the comments, like people are like I checked that out the other day, and people in the comments they're thinking that he made that cover.
No, he didn't.
It was like, wow.
Yeah, it's really good for an Australian.
He's Australian?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I didn't know that.
How do you think Eurobeef feels?
Oh man! Considering
that's a fist bump, right?
Ow! Considering how I just met Eurobeat like at Nightmare Nights a couple months ago, and he's actually like really really nice. Ow!
That's awesome.
That's mean.
I didn't get to meet him, so whatever.
I didn't meet him either.
I think you saw him though.
Maybe.
No, he was pretty nice. I only talked to him for like 10 seconds, but he's still pretty cool.
Yeah, and also we don't really need to say anything about 2015 with Nightmare Nights because
that's its own
episode 0.
That's its own chapter.
Yeah, like episode 0 explained it pretty well.
Yeah, I mean we were still at the hotel.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Trixie had to leave, and he was like, "Guys, hurry it up! I gotta go to sleep."
Hang on one second.
I'm tired.
Hang on one.
Oh, that's a shocker.
Oh no, that was.
Oh,
that was 2014.
You're right. I feel so crushed. I looked up to see when the Cartoon Horse program came out.
That's 2014.
Yeah. Damn.
Yeah, that was 2014, buddy. And we've already linked that on other episodes.
We
so.
sure have. It's just...
That's so great.
It's so special.
Anyways, any closing thoughts, guys?
2015 was friggin' awesome, and here's to 2016.
I'm incredibly hyped for all the stuff that we have cooking for 2016. Like, this is going to be a very special year.
Not just ponies, there's video games I'm super hyped for.
Project Cross Zone 2.
Cross Zone 2, Uncharted 4, Star Fox Zero, the new Zelda.
Ace
Attorney 6.
I just downloaded. I know I'm super late to the party, but I just downloaded Dual Destinies. And I'm loving it so far.
Yeah, and if we continue our talks about Phoenix Wright and all these video games, we'll probably have another podcast that's not related to ponies called Rated M for Meanies.
Yeah, we actually gonna decide on that name?
I'm totally fine with that.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's related to Phoenix Wright, so
Rated
it has to be done.
Give me a second. I'm so okay. Listen, if we actually do that podcast in the future, I am so okay with that name.
Yeah, and if you guys can tell, we're huge dorks for Phoenix Wright.
It is. Well, again, ponies got me into it.
If you have a chance to if you have a 3DS, buy the original trilogy in HD. Absolutely worth the $30. Dual Destinies. Friggin' worth it as well.
Look, this is coming from someone that doesn't really play video games nearly as much as he used to. They're some of the best games I've ever played. Like, they are phenomenal.
Oh, and don't get confused, because you get the first trilogy, and then Dual Destinies is the 5th one.
Yeah.
Apollo Justice is only on DS.
Don't neglect Apollo Justice. Go show that one some love.
Yeah, Apollo Justice is really good as well. And
it's a shame it's only on DS right now.
It is?
Yeah, if you can't.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, I thought it was on iPhone as well.
Well,
it wasn't. That's the only one that hasn't been on iTunes.
Well, hey, if the original trilogy just came out for download on 3DS, give them some time. I'm sure they'll make Apollo justice for it.
Well, all the time will tell.
I hope so. But yeah, anyways, another tangent and whatnot.
And by the way, do watch out because February 16th or 17th, I believe. When there's a podcast that week, me and Trixie will probably be fangirling over Project Crossover.
Oh, that's right.
And then they're releasing Fire Emblem 3 days later and trying to steal all my money.
I think, yeah, quotation marks around steal.
Yeah, steal. They know what they're doing.
They know what they did.
Yeah, I think Star Fox might be coming out.
Hooffields.
Oh, do you want to tell them about what we're planning on, what we want to do at BabsCon with that?
No, not till closer.
The time is not
that
right.
Way no one can steal our idea.
That's true. It is. I'm so proud of us. Let's just say that.
I'm proud of me for making it more horrible.
Well, again, we also got to do our research and make sure that there is indeed a Walmart over in that area. I'm sure there is, but.
Well, I'm sure it's over by the Golden Gate Bridge.
Which one?
All of them.
Exactly.
I thought we were staying at the Golden Gate Bridge.
We are. Inside joke that'll be explained later. in good time. All right.
But anyways, I think that's a good point for us to stop at.
Yeah. Otherwise, we'll go on for like another hour about just how hyped we are about the stuff that we're doing and the stuff that's coming out from others in 2016. But yeah, I hope you all had a very Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. Look forward to my new Burning Bright song in the next few days.
I know I won't.
Oh, well, gee, thanks.
Happy holidays in case you don't celebrate Christmas.
Oh, yeah. Can I? No. I'm not going to tell that story. Never mind. No. I'm rejecting it from my mind. I'm tossing it out. No.
That's funny.
Anyways, I hope you all had a Merry Christmas. I don't care what anyone says. We will see you all next week with Griffin the Brush Off, correct?
That's right.
Yes, we will, and there'll be some fun behind the scenes facts about Marike that me and Trixie will be talking about.
I will still listen to them. I've only seen like 2 episodes of Black Lagoon, and that was years ago, but I'm still interested.
I love Marike.
But trust me, like, we'll let Trixie tell his little tale of when I got him to buy Black Lagoon.
I want to hear that too, because I don't think he's told me. Anyway.
Oh, it's beautiful. Anyways, guys, we will see you all later.
All right.
Have a wonderful New Year, and have a happy day.
That's so nice of you.
Shut up, Clayton.
Love you guys.
You too,